Greetings and welcome. I am Dr. Holloman and I will be your instructor for your Financial Management FIN 4414 online course for the fall semester. We have outlined for this particular video is to simply go over the syllabus in depth with certain components that I feel I need to explain a little more thoroughly. You can follow through if you choose to. If you can go to Blackboard, and I've uploaded the syllabus under the proper title, self-entitled syllabus. So you can follow through. All information that I'm discussing is pretty much already given to you. So I'm just going to elaborate on a few topics so we could be on the same page starting moving forward in this semester. So again, I'm Dr. Holloman. My email address, if you need to contact me, I actually have two. You can contact me on the FAMU email address, or you can choose to use my Yahoo account. My Yahoo account is DHOLLOMA@yahoo.com. And my FAMU account is DEREK.HOLLOMAN@famu.edu. Again, information is already given to you guys. My phone number, my office phone number is 850-599-8341, and my cell phone number is 504-235-5279. I highly encourage my students to text me if you have any particular needs or concerns about the course. You can easily text me and I'll get back with you as soon as possible, or you can also send me an email. So it's your choice. In terms of the office hours for this particular semester, I will physically have office hours set on Friday at my office, which is 412 East Wing, from 1 to 2. And I also will have virtual office hours on Monday and Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. So if you need to get in touch with me within those particular time frames, just let me know in advance so I can make sure I'll be there and we can work on whatever you need in terms of your understanding. The required textbook for this course, Intermediate Financial Management, the 12th edition by Brigham and Daves. It's a Cengage book. But actually, guys, there are some other alternative options. Right now, I'm currently working out of the 10th edition. I'm still awaiting the 12th edition. So what does that mean? That means that you have flexibility. The 12th edition obviously is going to be more expensive because it's the most recent book, but you can, if you choose to, purchase an older edition. Now this being the 10th edition that I'm holding in my hand, 2 editions earlier, there's a lot of flexibility and variance in the price difference. So this book is going to be relatively less expensive than the book that's stated on the syllabus, but it's your choice. Okay, you definitely need a book. Okay, you can purchase it at the bookstore, you can find it online or whatever have you, or you can buy it directly from the publisher. Now, what else you definitely need is the Mindtap Finance. Okay, and Mindtap is basically similar to my accounting lab, my Math lab. It's basically on the Cengage side of the publishing, and it's the electronic software that utilizes all the information and concepts that's incorporated in the book. Outside of Blackboard, this is where all of your information is going to be given to you guys in terms of your exams, your homework, and your quizzes. All that will go through Mindtap. Okay, and I've already submitted to you guys information how to properly register on Mindtap and make the purchase. That can be located under course documents within Blackboard, under registration instructions or something like that. So hopefully you guys have already received the announcement about that. Now, just a sidetrack about announcements. A lot of times any information that I'm going to post, whether it's on Blackboard or whether it's on Mindtap, it's going to be followed or preceded with an announcement. So what you guys need to do is make sure that when you go on Blackboard that your email account that's linked to that is an account that you are actively checking, because my announcements are going to kind of set up everything that I'm intended to do with you guys. And so what happens is when I make an announcement, it goes to Blackboard. Blackboard sends an email to whatever that account that you guys have under Blackboard. Most of the time it's the FAMU account, and it's going to let you know what's going on. So make sure you have a valid email address there. All right. So back to what we were talking about, this Mindtap, you have to make this purchase because all the work is going through that. Okay. You will have daily homework assignments. I will give you daily homework assignments with the material, and you will have week quizzes embedded in the homework assignments as well. I'll elaborate on that further as the time permits when we get to it in the syllabus. So those pretty much are the two required things that you need. You have other suggested readings, but to be quite honest with you guys, I will focus solely on getting a textbook and getting a Mindtap. Okay? So the purpose of this course is to provide students with an understanding of theory and empirical evidence relevant for financial management. Using a blend of academic and practitioner-oriented readings, internet-based exercise and projects, students will be introduced to both the conventional wisdom and state-of-the-art methods performed by investment professionals such as security research, security trading, economic forecasting, and other stuff. We're going to deal with portfolio selection, stock and bond valuations, some derivatives, and financial statement analysis. This course is primarily designed to address the needs of advanced students in a traditional MBA program. Well, let's say a subset to a traditional MBA. This is an intermediate financial management book, so it will prepare you. It will be that transition for you going towards graduate school. We have learning outcomes. Again, you guys can read that on your spare time. I don't want to elaborate with that in depth right now for the video, but you do have a prerequisite. The prerequisite is corporate finance. This is kind of going to piggyback on corporate finance. I will kind of equate it to the same thing as intermediate accounting, how it piggybacks on financial accounting. It's pretty much going to do similar things, and you'll see what I'm talking about as the course proceeds. All right. It talks about risk and return trade-off, asset valuations, financial statement analysis, which I've already said. We talk about the mission statement in the syllabus, the vision statement, the philosophy, all that good stuff. Of course, you can read that, and I suggest you do on your own time. We also talk about the learning goals, in which I intend to assess you guys on. Again, you can read that on your own time as well. What I do want to spend some time in is the actual structure of this particular course in terms of the grading. So basically what's going to happen, you're going to have 2 exams. These exams will be on Mindtap, okay? And these exams are worth 20% of your grade. Okay, so combined, those 2 exams equal 40% of your grade. Okay, you will have quizzes that's assigned throughout the semester along with the homework. The quizzes are worth 10% of your grade. Okay, so make sure that you complete the quizzes. And of course, you have the daily, day-to-day homework assignments that I'm going to give. Those homework assignments are very critical because they're critical for you understanding the material for the exams and the project that I'm going to give you guys. So because of that, I've increased the ante on the homework assignments. The homework assignments are worth 25% of your grade. All right. And last but not least, we have the ultimate project. You have an actual financial analysis project that you're going to have to do at the end of the semester that's going to summarize everything that you've discussed and that you've learned. And that particular project is worth 25% of your grade. So those 5 components will equal 100% of your grade. Again, exam 20%, quizzes 10%, homework 25%, and project 25%. Now, what I can assure you is that these things aren't equally weighted, okay? And each one is still relatively important to your grade. If you guys decide to say quizzes are only 10%, I don't care about that, well, understand this. In order for you to get, let's say you just make 100 on everything, right? And you're talking about in the perfect world. 100 on all the exams, 100 on the homework, 100 on the project, right? And you decide not to do the quizzes, you will have an 8, but that's a 90. Now, realistically, who's going to make hundreds on all that stuff? So that 10% helps. It's the difference between a letter grade. So take advantage of everything, okay? Now, your homework will be given on a day-to-day basis, all right? So make sure you keep up with that homework. At the end of the semester, I may give you a very, very, very brief window to go back and fix homework. I would not take advantage of that or structure that into your strategy because of the fact that the time frame is going to be so brief that you may only be able to touch up on a few assignments. Okay, so make sure you're doing these assignments. Some of these assignments can be lengthy, so make sure you stay abreast of the assignments as they're given. The assignments are given, and they normally have a 24-hour deadline. So that means you have to deal with this stuff every day. Okay? In terms of the exams, there will be no makeup exams. Okay? So you have to make sure that you're able to take the exam within the time frame that is allowed. And I strongly recommend, in terms for exams, I strongly recommend, guys, and this is one of the most important things because I've had a lot of issues with this last semester. I strongly recommend that any exams that you take, make sure, because you're going to be online, that you're not using Wi-Fi. Make sure that you are using a strong connection to the internet via a personal desktop that's connected into the wall, that's getting the signal, or go to the library. Okay? Because I've had students who unfortunately had the experience of what? I was taking the test and my Wi-Fi backed out and all this other stuff. My brother spilled stuff on the Wi-Fi while I was taking the test. Yada, 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 which is excuses, and I would not honor those under any circumstance. So to assure that you can properly, successfully take the exam, you need to make the right accommodations. And I would strongly suggest not to use Wi-Fi. But it's your world. I'm just telling you the rules that we set in my course. Okay? However, if you have an official excuse for a particular reason where you couldn't take the exam, the end of the semester, I will have a makeup exam given for any of those students who have that official excuse. All right? Now, this makeup exam serves its dual purpose. It has two purposes. You can use it as that for those who didn't take an exam, or students who've taken an exam and want to replace the lowest exam grade could use it as an opportunity as well. So let me give you two alternate scenarios. Student A takes one exam out of the two, missed the exam, had an official excuse, was able to take the makeup exam at the end of the semester to replace that missed exam. Student B took both exams. Didn't really do good on the first exam, made a 35. Wants to increase the chances of doing better with the ending grade. That student has the opportunity to take the makeup exam and replace that initial 35 test score. So it works on both ends. All right. That makeup exam is comprehensive, and it's going to consist of everything that we've been teaching. Okay. So that's pretty much the structures for the exam. You only have one attempt for the exams. We talked about the comprehensive makeup, and we talked about the grade structure. We talked about the homework. We're pretty much going to flow a chapter a week, something like that. Depends on how intense the chapter coming, maybe kind of prolong longer than a week. But it's a real straightforward course. I could say collectively the students who took the class last semester online had a good time. They enjoyed it. Mindtap is a really good software in terms of they have videos to help you understand and lectures and stuff. And I will occasionally post some things online under course documents, of course, that may help you understand the material and whatnot. So just stay abreast of that. Make sure that you follow up with the announcements. So pretty much everything is straightforward. Once we get up in the air, you take the seatbelts off and we can enjoy the ride. All you have to do is have a proper time management strategy and set time aside to work the homework assignments and make sure that you prepare for the test. Other than that, that is pretty much all that I want to say. You have to have Mindtap because I will start giving homework on Wednesday. And Mindtap also has a 2-week free trial period for those who don't have the funds right now. And I would suggest registering for that. If you register for the 2-week free trial, again, you can complete the homework as it's given, but up for 2 weeks. You have to purchase the actual real version within the 2 weeks so it can carry over to that purchase version. If you take and sign up for the free week trial and you don't get the homework or the actual real Mindtap within the 2 weeks, that other previous homework you've been doing is going to get thrown out. You don't want that to happen. So you definitely want to make sure that you're careful with purchasing the required homework. I've also given you a course schedule that's tentative of the chapters we're going to cover. Again, those are tentative. We might bounce around just depending on the flow. And that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty much it. Good stuff, good class, and I look forward to getting to know you students. And I know that I've received some emails from some of you guys, and I kind of held back from personally responding because I figured that this video will clarify. If you have any other questions outside of what I've already presented in here, please feel free to send me another email or a text, and I'll make sure to respond to you as soon as possible. Enjoy, and I look forward to working with you guys. Take care.